Alright, lesson number 3, lubos-lubosin na natin to dahil wala namang pasok at pwede naman kayo mag-aral dyan sa inyo, no? This is going to be the second to the last lesson. It's going to be on the effects of A, H, and K in the function or in the graph of the function. Tapos, we're going to graph a quadratic function. Yung last lesson po natin is going to be on word problems, and I prefer to discuss that with you sa face-to-face lesson natin. So, ang effects ng A, H, and K. Let's see. So, sabi ko naman sa inyo, ang graph ng quadratic function ay isang parabola. May open upward or downward or vary in width or steepness, but they all have the basic U shape. Essentially, parang rounded V siya. So, these are all parabolas yan, yung mga yan. So, pwedeng matabang parabola, medyo payat, pwede siyang opening upward, pwede siyang opening downward. So, the parent function, it is the equation in the family that has the simplest form. So, ang mga parent functions natin ay y is equal to x squared. So, ang parent function natin dyan is si y is equal to x squared. Tapos yung mga sub-units, K-pop subunit. So, yung mga sub-equations natin, yan yung mga y is equal to x minus 2 squared or x minus 1 squared plus 3. So, ang epekto, very quickly lang kasi mabilis lang naman din tong lesson na to. Kailangan lang maintindihan nyo yung mga basics. Number 1, ang epekto ng A. If your A is positive, your graph is opening upward. If your A is negative, your graph is opening downward. Ganun lang siyang kasimple. Okay? If your A is positive, your X or your graph is opening upward. And then if your A is negative, your graph is opening downward. Okay, ayan. Pwede nyo screenshot yan. Next, carefully examine the graph. Anong nangyayari? Paanong tumataba yung graph natin? Tumataba po yan regarding or because of the value of A. So, kung ang absolute value ng A natin is greater than 1, mas numinipis yung ating parabola. Kapag naman, the absolute value is between 0 and 1, which means it's a fraction, then the parabola appears wider. So, nagiging mas mataba siya. Okay, the effect of K. Ano na nga yung K? Ang K po natin is yung ina-add natin sa dulo. Yun yung nandun sa standard form natin, si K. So, anong nangyayari if we are adding K? Halimbawa, y squared is equal to x, or y is equal to x squared plus 4. Yan yung green. Yung black natin is y is equal to x squared. And then, y is equal to x squared minus 4. So, ano yung nagagawa ni K? So, if you have K plus 4, you move 4 steps upward. If K is negative 4, you move your graph 4 steps downward. Okay? So, ganun lang siya. Very simple. Plus 4 means upward, minus 4 means downward. Ito yung medyo nakakalito, si H. So, si H po kasi dahil naka-square siya, nababago yung kanyang movement. Kung iisipin nyo, di ba, sa Cartesian coordinate plane, nasa right side yung plus. Now, sa CH po kasi, kakaiba siya. So, as you can see, meron tayong x plus 5 squared. Nandun siya sa negative 5. Tapos, yung y natin is equal to 0, yung black. And then, x minus 5. So, kabaliktaran yung gagawin natin for h. Kapag plus 5, or kapag plus yung nakikita nyo dyan sa ating equation or sa function, we have to move it to the left. So, opposite po siya. And then, if it's negative, you have to move it to the right. Okay, ulitin ko lang. If your h is positive, it moves h units to or kapag nag-a-appear siya dun sa function natin na plus. If it appears plus in the function, x plus 5, you have to move it to the left. And then if it's x minus 5, you have to move it to the right. So, medyo opposite siya. Okay, so ito naman, describe the graph. Anong nangyari? Meron tayong 2 movements to the right, tapos 1 movement up. Yun yung ibig sabihin ng x minus 2 squared plus 1. Ayan o. Opens upward. It has the same, it's parang walang, it moves 2 units to the right and 1 unit upward. So, as I said, yun na lang. Ito naman po, ano ang nangyari nung tayo ay naglagay na ng 2? So, ang parent function natin dyan ay yung black. Okay? Black natin na parent function, si y is equal to x squared. So, ano nangyari? Naglagay tayo ng value ng 1 na 2. So, pumayat yung ating graph. Number 1, pumayat yung ating graph. And then, our graph moved 1 unit to the left and then 2 units downward. Yun lang naman ang importante dyan, mga anak. Okay? So, how do we graph quadratic functions? As I mentioned before, ang itsura natin ay parabola. Meron tayong minimum or maximum point. Depende kung ano ang itsura ng ating graph. If you have a graph that's opening upward, you have a minimum point. If your graph is opening downward, you have a maximum point. Okay? Lahat yan ay nakadepende sa ating vertex. Yung zeros na tinatawag natin, yan po yung roots ng ating equation. If gagawin natin siyang quadratic equation, yun lang yung roots niyan, mga anak. The key characteristics of a quadratic function, you have the domain, the range, the intercepts, can be both the x-intercept or y-intercept. And then, meron tayong, na-mention ko na ito before, si axis of symmetry, and then si vertex. So, yan yung mga importanteng kailangan gawin natin when we are graphing or when we are graphing quadratic function. Paano ba tayo naghahanap ng domain? Ang domain natin ay lahat ng real numbers while the range is the set of all possible outputs on the y-axis. So, ang domain natin lagi is that one. X is in the set of all real numbers. Now, dito lang tayo sa y nagkakaroon ng restriction kasi your y is always greater than or equal to k kapag opening siya ng upward. Kapag man opening downward siya, y is less than or equal to k. Kasi nga, yun yung ating minimum or maximum point. Hindi tayo ever magkakaroon ng y value na lalampas doon sa ating minimum or maximum point. Okay? So, for example, meron akong y is equal to x plus 2 squared minus 1. Ang direction of opening na yan, ang nagde-declare niyan ay yung a. Ano ba yung a value natin? Ano ba yung a value natin? Ay, wala pala tayong pen. Kahit laser pointer na lang siguro. Pero walang laser pointer. Pen pa rin na nakuha ko. Ang a natin is positive 1. Therefore, ang direction natin is upward. Tapos, ang turning point ng ating vertex, you have a minimum point kasi nga it's opening upward. So, meron kang minimum point. Ganun yung itsura niya. Ang vertex natin can be found at negative 2 and negative 1. So, yun yun. Ang axis of symmetry natin, kukuhanin lang natin siya dito sa h nyo. So, x is equal to negative 2. Domain natin, all real numbers. Ang range natin ay, dito siya nagbe-base sa y natin. So, because it's opening upward, y is greater than or equal to negative 1. So, this is just a description. Paano ba natin dinedescribe yung ating graph. So, when you have something like this, na naka-general form siya, syempre, mas madali kung ililipat natin siya into your standard form. So, meron tayong y, ano ba yan? Ayaw gumana. Y is equal to negative 2x squared minus 4x plus 5. So, remember, since we have negative 2 over here, may hirapan lang tayo. Pwede tayong gumamit ng method number 2 or method number 3. I will be using method number 3. So, ang h natin is negative b over 2a. Negative times negative 4 over 2 times negative 2. This is positive 4. This is going to be negative 4. Ang ating h ay negative 1. I will now substitute the negative 1 into our equation. Negative 1 squared. Negative 1 plus 5. I will solve for y. Positive, negative, positive, positive. So, positive 7. Ang ating vertex ay negative 1, 7. So, magiging itsura po, ang a po natin ay negative 2. So, negative 2 times x plus 1 squared plus 7. Okay? So, now that we have this, pwede na nating i-identify yung mga kailangan natin. Number 1, meron na tayong vertex. Ang axis of symmetry po natin ay nandito nakadepende sa ating h. So, ang axis of symmetry is x is equal to negative 1. And then, ang domain natin, lahat naman ng real numbers. And then, ang range po natin, since this is negative, opening downward siya. Ganyan yung itsura ng graph niyan. So, ibig pong sabihin, ang lahat ng y natin ay less than or equal to our k, which is 7. Yan yung kanyang maximum point. So, we already have the vertex, the axis of symmetry, the domain, and the range. Okay? So, I hope naintindihan po natin. If not, pwede pa naman tayong magbigay ng isa pang example. Hopefully, may isa pang example dito. Pero kung wala na, I'm so sorry to the mountain. Intercepts. Okay. So, since we're looking for the intercepts, all you have to do, anak, ay to let x be equal to 0 and let y be equal to 0. So, pag hinahanap natin ay si x-intercept, you let y be equal to 0. So, if y is equal to 0, meron tayong x plus 2 squared minus 1. X squared plus 4x plus 4 minus 1. 4x plus 3. So, hanapin lang natin ang fact. Para lang tayo nagsosolve ng quadratic equation. Plus 3 plus 1. So, ayan na po ang ating x-intercepts. And then, for y-intercept naman, we have to let x be equal to 0. If we do that, 0 plus 2, magkakaroon tayo ng 4 minus 1. Ang y-intercept natin is positive 3. Ganun lang siyang kasimple. Okay. And then, as you can see, medyo ginagawa natin, medyo ini-speedrun natin ang lesson natin ngayon. Okay, so kapag naman naka-general form siya, ganun pa rin naman mga anak. We are still going to let x be equal to 0 and let y be equal to 0. So, para na rin alam nyo, makikita nyo yung sagot. Ang x-intercepts natin, we let y be equal to 0. So, negative 2x squared minus 3x plus 5 equals 0. So, dahil equal na tayo sa 0, pwede na tayong mag-multiply sa negative 1. Yehey! Para hindi na maging negative yung harap natin. Tapos, magfa-factor po tayo. Factors po ng 5 ay 1 at 5 lang naman. So, 1 at 5. This is going to be plus. This is going to be minus. Yes. I don't know how to teach you this, pero pagta-trial and error na lang kayo mga anak. So, ang dalawa nating 0 or x-intercepts ay negative 5 halves and positive 1. And then, for our y-intercept, you let x be equal to 0. So, y is equal to negative 2, 0 squared, 3 times 0 plus 5. Essentially, mawawala yung dalawa. Ang matitira na lang ay si positive 5. So, again, ganun lang din po. Whether you have standard or general form, madali lang mahanap ang ating intercepts. Then, graphing. Okay. So, since we're going to do graphing na, ang kailangan nyo lang naman dito ay yung vertex, yung intercepts. That's it. Yun lang ang kailangan nyo to graph. Hindi na kayo kailangan gumawa ng table of values. You just need your intercepts and your vertex. That's the easiest way for you to graph your function. Hindi naman kailangan maging perfect yung graph natin. Pero at least man lang, hindi ko naman kayo pag-graphin sa exam. Huwag kayo mag-alala. Pero sa quiz ninyo, magpapa-identify lang din ako. So, unang-una, kailangan natin ay si vertex. From the function, ang vertex po natin ay nasa positive 3 at positive 8. Ito lang yan. Okay? Tapos, paano natin again maghahanap ng mga x-intercepts? Ang x-intercept po natin is we let y be equal to 0. So, we are going to have negative 2 times x minus 3 squared plus 8 equals 0. Again, expand first before you multiply si negative 2. X squared minus 6x plus 9 plus 8. I-distribute ko na po siya. Plus 8. I will simplify. Negative 2x squared plus 12x minus 10 equals 0. Can you divide? Yes, you can. Let's divide everything by 2. So, this is going to have negative x. So, negative na lang. Negative 2. Para maging positive na siya. So, positive x squared minus 6x and then plus 5 equals 0. So, if we factor that, it's going to be x minus 5 and x minus 1, which means ang x-intercepts natin ay x is equal to 5 and x is equal to 1. Tapos, mag-y-intercept po tayo. We let x be equal to 0. If we do that, y is equal to negative 2, 0 minus 3 squared plus 8. Negative 2 times 9. Negative 18 plus 8. Negative 10. So, yan naman natin yung y-intercept. So, now that you have all of these, we can now try to graph our function. Paano natin siya i-graph? Kailangan ko ng graph. Wait lang. Let me just end the slideshow. Tapos ibabalik natin si Desmos. Okay. I'll erase this. So, ang gagawin natin, maglalagay tayo dito ng, well, madali lang ilagay yung function, pero, parang mas madali ko ako na lang yung mag-graph, no? Sige, I'll just take a screenshot of this na lang. Medyo zoom out ko ng konti kasi kailangan ko ng 3 positive 8. So, 3 positive 8 nandito. So, let's take a screenshot. Tapos, let's work with this. Move back to Mac. I'm going to insert a plain slide. Tapos, ilalagay ko dito yung photo. Oh. Paano kung magagamit yung screenshot natin? Wait lang. I will have to figure it out. Paano kaya yon? Nasa iPhone yung... So, i-disconnect ko muna siya, I guess. I'm still recording anyway. So, ayan. Okay. So, ang vertex natin kanina, let me just go back to what I wrote. Ayan. Ang vertex natin kanina is at 3, 8. So, 3, 8 is over here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is our vertex. Tapos, ang A value natin kasi is -2. So, that means it is opening downward. Tapos, ang y-intercept natin is at -10. So, dun siya sa -10 mag-i-intercept dito. Let me just do this. Dito siya sa -10. Tapos, ang x-intercept natin ay nasa 5 at saka nasa 1. So, 5 and 1. And then, all we have to do is connect and connect. So, most likely, you're going to have a value that is over here. Mirror image nung 10. So, ganyan yung magiging itsura ng parabola natin. Okay? I know it's not much, but at least we know how to graph using our vertex, our intercepts. Okay? So, sa totoong buhay, ang itsura ng graph na yan ay, ika-cancel ko lang to. Ipakita natin si Desmos. There. So, let's put in yung ating equation which is y is equal to -2